All right, here we go.
Quiet! Fear does not exist in this dojo. Pain does not exist in this dojo. Defeat does not exist in this dojo. What's up, everybody? Today I have another review of Cobra Kai Season 3. Now, initially when Cobra Kai first came out, I didn't really watch it. It wasn't until recently, because I love the Karate Kid movies. I really love those movies. So when they came out with Cobra Kai, I was like, I'm not so sure about the show. But I keep hearing only great stuff. So when I saw Season 3 is out now, it was like, well, let me start watching it. And I watched it and I binge watched both of Season 1 and 2 in 3 days. I love that show that much. This show is really great. Now, this will contain spoilers for Season 1 and 2. So if you have not seen those, pause the video, hit watch later, and then come back and holler at your boy. Now, so the season starts, of course, with Miguel being in the hospital after the big fight we had at the end of Season 2. That was an epic fight. Like, it was brutal, it was really intense. I really loved that fight. And now we figure out, what's going to happen with Miguel. Is he going to be able to walk again? Will he be paralyzed forever? That's, the big question, him trying to get back on his feet. And of course, Johnny is a total mess now again, after Kreese taking over his dojo, taking over his students, and now, Miguel being in the hospital. You really feel how much that devastated him and how depressive he has become and how much it haunts him, knowing that, like, he feels responsible for everything that's happened, Miguel being in the hospital and everything. It's just like, it really haunts on him and really, like, almost, I think, like, it's a lower point for him than at the beginning of the show because of everything, like, that has happened to him. And now we have at school, this big tension, the school districts trying to ban karate for everybody after this, this is this violent school fight that happened in school. So all the people from Miyagi-Do and Cobra Kai now have to go back to school together and basically be all friends, which sets up a lot of great tension during the show and for all the new characters, and which is really great. And also Robbie, as we know, he ran away. Nobody knows what happened to him. So one of the episodes I really like, they have to go on a road trip trying to find Robbie, and they kind of, work together, which is like every time those two have to work together, it's just really great, because I love that bar scene that they had in, I think it's Season 2, where they just sit and have drinks all over again and just discuss and see they're not that different after all. So that was a really great history. Also in this season we get a lot more with John Kreese about his time in the army and how he actually became, no mercy, finish him, strike first, strike hard. We get a genuine backstory on how he became, the way he is now, and all the stuff that affected him with the war and who actually made him like this. It was very interesting to see. And I'm gonna say, John Kreese, like, the character, the actor portraying him is so damn good. I mean, I loved him in Karate Kid, but I love him even more in this one. The character gets fleshed out more. We found out more about stuff about him, and it's just such a threatening presence. Like, as soon as you see this, he's well. But I really like, because it's a smart villain. It's not just like a one-note villain in the Karate Kid. It's not like, they doing the same thing like in the original movies. No, like, they give him, like, he's smarter, like, they change it up. He's not just generic villain because like to make the villain. They actually go a smart way around it. And that's what I really like. I love the tension building between him and Johnny, him and Daniel. Like, the whole tension is just building up, between all the students, because Miyagi, though, does know also what to do, especially Samantha, being kind of traumatized after the whole situation. She, doesn't find her confidence of anymore doing karate, so that's why she doesn't know what to do now. She feels like kind of in this lost place. Also, Daniel, he has some problems with his business, so that's why he goes to Okinawa, which was one of my favorite parts of the season, of Daniel going to Okinawa and just revisiting all his, first his love, the girl he fell in love with, the not Santo, the uncle, his former enemy there. I know I'm blanking on the names, but there are a lot of names in this. But it was just so great to see him back with this with all the characters, and what the best thing about what the series does, every time an old character come back from the movies, it doesn't feel forced, it doesn't feel like, you know, not natural there. It feels like every character is there for the right reason, for the right time, the right amount of screen time. It's just, it fits so well. Like anytime they bring somebody old back, they put them in so well in the show that it just flows naturally, not like other franchises, Star Wars. So that's what I really like about it. And the whole, with him being in Okinawa, we learned more about Miyagi's karate, was very interesting to see, and the whole segment of that was really great. And also back we have, you know, Miguel trying to, you know, get back to a regular life in some sorts after being in the hospital and early on, and the whole, you know, tensions more building up. You know, this size development is happening between all the characters, and it goes in a really interesting way. Like, I like the character sets up in a really good way. Now the pacing of this season is done very well. That's why I think the show works so great, because the showrunners really know how much time we should focus on one story and then cut to another story. They really have this great balance, like in the show. You must have balance. So they really do a great work of balancing out. Here we have Daniel in Okinawa, and then we have Johnny, you know, with his friends again. Like, they really do this great well. And what I really like about the show is, like, yes, you have all the characters and they keep bringing everybody back from the original movies, which is just so awesome. They give them great scenes, great moments, developing them even more, giving them more depth, those characters. Plus the new characters are really great too. Because, you know, sometimes in a show like this, like, how's it gonna work? But they really managed, like, the showrunner really did it good. They really hit it on the spot. They really, like, just like Luke, they hit that part of the Death Star and it blew up, because they really do such a great point when it comes to nostalgia, when it comes to adding old characters, mixing new characters, and having a good story. If the Star Wars sequels would have been planned like the people who did Cobra Kai, because you can really see the people who do Cobra Kai, they really know the whole Karate Kid universe. They really know all the characters, what they done. They really knew what they were doing and how they planned it out. And unfortunately, we didn't get it in the Star Wars sequels. That's why it was a big convoluted mess. And that's why the show works so great. It just, when nostalgia hits you, it hits you really good. But there's also so much tension. The fights are good. The acting is really good. I really love Daniel Russo. It's just so much great. I do must say, kind of like his son that he has in the show is like kind of like, you know, just like pops up from time to time to remind him, oh yeah, he has a child still. He still has a son, but like, you know, he does not add anything into the show. But from the beginning to end, it was really a great season. We had some great fight sequences. We have a great cliffhanger for season 4, which I cannot wait to see. And we got a great story with John Kreese, like I said, in the army. We got Daniel in Okinawa. We got Johnny, you know, trying to come over his, you know, loss that he had after season 2. It was a really great progression. It was really great done this season. I'm gonna give this season a 9 out of 10. Now, let me know what you think about Cobra Kai. Are you excited for season 4? I know I am. And let me know what you think about the show. Did you like this season? Did you didn't like this season? I really like this season. This show became one of my favorite shows in a span of days. Like, and I don't usually fan out or really love shows like this, but this show is really great and it's really amazing. So, thanks everybody for watching. As always, see you next time. Shut up!